I'm going to try to not get angry in this video, but I wanted to make my own video addressing the Walmart situation. So, if you don't know, which many of you probably don't, but Walmart has, and I will insert the product down below so that you can check it out. They have become yet another place that is selling the fake service dog registration ID cards. And it boils my blood. So I will link her video down below as well, but I'm blank. I think her name is Service Paws, I believe. I'm horrible with names, channel names, actual names, middle names, last names. I'm horrible. But she has made a few videos, actually, which I'll link those, about Walmart selling these. They are first of all selling these ID card registrations, which we all know, if you don't know, they are illegal. They hold no legal anything whatsoever. There is no registration or certification or identification or any shun for service dogs. Doesn't exist. Not a thing. So when people are selling those, they are doing it illegally and they are promoting fake service dogs. And they're online. Amazon sells them. And I get it, like, there are people that are going to be like, well, why aren't you making these videos about those other, which, yes, but those have been, we've known this, you know, it's out there that they are selling these things. It has yet to change. But now Walmart, and Walmart is such a huge corporation, so many people shop there, and it is, I would say, respected. It is a respected, well-known, famous store, you know? So they've started selling these ID registrations kits, as well as in their stores they are selling service dog vests. And they know what they're doing. They know that they are targeting the audience that wants to bring their pets everywhere and doesn't know that that's illegal and it's a misdemeanor, if not a felony. I haven't looked at the updated law as far as the, like, getting, you know, reprimanded for it, because no one ever gets reprimanded for it, ever. But I mean, it's well known in the service dog community that Walmart is infamous for having pets in its stores. And I haven't seen it lately, but quite a few Walmarts have, or used to have, a sign outside their door that says, service dogs only, no pets allowed. And that's about all they do. But everyone ignores it. You know, if you've been to Walmart, you've likely seen a pet. And what they don't understand is that's dangerous. That's incredibly dangerous. And like, I just don't even know where to begin with this. I want to say that my main point about this is they have always had this issue of they allow pets in their stores, and when you go, if you go to a manager at the store and is like, this dog is barking, this dog is lunging, blah blah blah, it's aggressive, they say corporate won't let us do anything about it, we can't remove them. Or they kind of are like, okay, we'll keep an eye on it, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. And then that's all they do. You know, they don't really do anything ever at all. I've never seen any Walmart employee do anything about it, which is not their fault. They are not educated, they are not trained, and they are not given the tools about the service dog world and fake service dogs and pets. They just don't know. And that's corporate's fault. That's not their fault. That's the company that they work for. So the main thing that this hits is they've always been an issue, and instead of fixing the issue, they decide to make the issue worse. The CEO of Walmart has decided to make the issue worse instead of better by selling these service dog vests in their stores and selling these registration kits online They will probably be sold in stores soon, because when a product is put online, it's typically a trial period to see how well it does online before it's put in stores. So we will probably see those in stores soon. And, you know, hypothetical scenario, which very realistic hypothetical scenario, Janet is shopping for groceries, right? And she sees this service dog vest just on Walmart shelves, and she's like, oh, Walmart's just selling service dog vests. And then hypothetically she sees the service dog registration kit, and on the front it advertises, let your dog go anywhere with you, bring your pet wherever, restaurants, stores, blah blah blah, it doesn't matter, make them a service dog so that you can't be told not to take them anywhere. And she's like, oh, that sounds great. I have this, let's see, what breed will we use, just hypothetically? Let's go far-fetched. I have this golden retriever at home. Golden retrievers, typically very nice, very sweet, very gentle dogs. Not every single one. Pit bulls are known for, or infamous for, being aggressive, and pit bulls are the sweetest breed I've ever met in my entire life. It's not even funny, but I have this golden retriever at home. I would love to be able to bring her anywhere. Golden retrievers are a very common service dog breed because of their intelligence, their sweet disposition, their attentiveness to their handler, blah blah blah. Well, what did I give her name? Janet. Janet never socialized her dog, Bucko. So Bucko, who is a golden retriever, which are normally very sweet, is very dog aggressive and fearful because he was never socialized when he was a puppy. But Janet is like, oh, I want to bring Bucko everywhere with me. He is my world. I love Bucko. So she goes home with the service dog vest and registration kit and brings Bucko to Walmart next time, or to Safeway, or Fry's, or Sweet Tomato, like anywhere, you know? And then Bucko sees a dog who is a real service dog, a legitimate, fully trained, doesn't matter where it was trained, but fully trained to the service dog standards, service dog. And Bucko goes ballistic. And Janet's a little old lady. She doesn't know how strong Bucko is because she never brings Bucko around other dogs. And Bucko gets loose from her grip and goes and attacks this service dog. And if miraculously, because most dogs don't survive dog attacks, the dog survives, they are so traumatized that they can no longer be a service dog. And that's if they even recover health-wise enough to work again. Emotionally, they are so traumatized that they become dog fearful or dog aggressive because they were trained to be so gentle and passive and non-reactive that they don't know what to do and they just shut down. And that handler, who may have either owner trained and spent hundreds of hours in training, or went the program route and spent $25,000 on that dog, because that's how much they are, sometimes more. I've never seen a dog sell for less than 10 grand. I've seen upwards of 50 to 60. And that handler now has to either start from scratch, or hopefully the program that they work with is empathetic and gives them another dog. But that's still, there might be a wait list, so she has to wait 2 years. You know, it's awful scenario. Awful scenario. Let's give another one for the heck of it. Let's see Jim. Jim has a black lab at home, and I'm saying this because I have been in a scenario with a guy that has a black lab that should not have been out. And this dog, Jim never had kids. He's never really been around kids. He doesn't like kids. And so his dog, Felicia is her name. Because why not? I don't even know. I'm just making up names. And Jim sees this vest and registration kit, and he's like, oh my god, I love Felicia. She's my world. She's my wife dog. Love her. Want to bring her. And he brings her to Walmart or anywhere, you know. And a kid who loves dogs, you know, this little boy, we'll call him Billy. Billy loves dogs. He wants to be a dog when he grows up. Loves dogs. Runs up to Felicia and grabs her tail because he's 4 years old. He loves dogs. He doesn't know any better. And Felicia, who has never been around kids and has not been trained to not react when a tail is pulled or grabbed, turns around and bites Billy. And Billy has a very serious wound on his face because he was just bit by a 60-70 pound dog at full force. And that's very dangerous. Very dangerous. I should have more. I don't know why I don't have more in these videos with me. I really should. But service dogs from the get-go are trained for public access. And what that means is they are trained to, if something happens in public, they are trained to be prepared for it in a safe way so that no one gets hurt, no one's in danger or disruptive, blah, blah, blah. They are trained. Amora, when she was a puppy, I pulled her tail, I pulled her ears, I smushed her face, I shoved her like a kid would shove her, I grabbed her fur and taught her not to react to that. And the way you do that is you give them treats. You make it a positive thing. When they don't react, they get a treat. You desensitize them. I don't ever hurt her. You do it a little bit, like it's a little bit of pain because, you know, she needs to be prepared to, if that does happen in the real world, if she does get hurt because her tail is pulled by a child, she's not going to turn around and bite. She's not going to yelp. The most that she's going to do is look and then move on with her day. All dogs, all service dogs are trained for hundreds of hours. If they are stepped on, I can step on her tail and she will just look at me. And they are trained for that because if she's laying down in a restaurant and it's a close confined quarter, she's a big girl. She's a husky shepherd. She's a big girl. Her tail sticks out sometimes. She's got a big husky tail. So if a 200-pound man or woman or dinosaur steps on her, she is not going to bite them. She is probably just going to move out of the way even more, you know? If she even moves at all. Sometimes she does, and she just literally sits there like, bro, you just stepped on me. Okay. Like, you know? But that's what people don't understand. Like, it's such a... Scenario number 3. Let's just hit them all real quick, or at least most of them. Let's go with... let's go with Victoria. Has a Chihuahua, and Chihuahuas bark. Almost every Chihuahua barks. Not all of them, but most of them. I have a Chihuahua, and I am a wonderful trainer, if I do say so myself, and he barks. It's in his nature. You can do more extensive training to correct it, but I'm lazy about it, and I just do some correction to where it's not out of control, but he does bark. Victoria decides to bring Pumpkin, the Chihuahua, to a store because she got the vest and the kit. And the dog is barking at XYZ thing. Like, barks at a wall, barks at a person, barks at a child, barks at a dog. And a service dog is walking around in the store with their handler, and the dog is barking. And the split second of distraction of the service dog being like, oh, there's a bark, that split, that millisecond could mean that dog missed its handler's seizure alert, or fainting alert, or it's a guide dog and it wasn't looking where it was going, and the dog walks the handler accidentally into a pole, a wall, an aisle, and then the person gets seriously injured. or a seizure, they miss the alert, and 10 minutes later, because the handler wasn't properly warned, they fall to the floor and have a seizure in an unsafe place and could die. Or they have a fainting spell because they have POTS or whatever, and they fall to the floor, crack their head open, and die. I am thankful to where I have disabilities, but they aren't life-threatening like that. But give my scenario. Say I'm about to go into a PTSD episode, or I have a dizzy spell and Amora is not paying attention to me because for a split second a dog barked at her, which has happened. And she's not there positioned properly for me to catch myself on her so that I don't fall to the floor and hurt myself, because I get very dizzy and out of balance and blah, blah, blah. Or I get a panic attack, or someone's getting too close to me and she's not, paying attention to put herself between me and them like she's trained to do. And yes, you could argue these dogs are trained to ignore distractions. Yes, absolutely. They absolutely are. Hundreds of hours of it. But they're not robots. They are still living creatures. They are still animals. Just like the barking distracts us, it's going to distract them, if not for just a second. And that is all it takes. That really is. And it can mean life or death for somebody. And people just don't know it, and they don't understand it. And it's literally 2022, and this issue has not been resolved or improved at all. And it's just so terrifying, because you never know if someone is going to bring their dog, and then almost every single time I go to Walmart, I see at least one dog. There is one time I went to Walmart and I saw 10 freaking pets. I kid you not, 10. I counted 10. And almost every single one reacted to Amora and distracted her for a split second. And yes, I correct her, but there's she's still a dog, She's a very wonderfully well-trained, well-dispositioned dog, but she is a dog nonetheless. And it is not her fault that she got distracted for a split second. It is the person who brought their untrained animal into a place where animals should not be. It is their fault. And they should be educated. The entire population should be educated. Just like we know we shouldn't steal things from stores, or we shouldn't go rob a bank, or we shouldn't, punch someone in the face because we feel like it. It should also be common knowledge. Don't bring your pet to a store or a restaurant or a mall, It makes me so mad. So there's a petition that Service Dog Paws, I believe is her name, that she created. I will also link her videos commenting. She's also, commenting on the CEO of Walmart's posts, not being mean, just being educated, or educative. We'll go with that. That's not a word, but I'm making it one. Educator, that's the word. Because being mean is not going to get us anywhere. That's just going to make us look like the bad guys. So it's best to just, be neutral and be informative. That's a word I can use. And just do what you can. We are the underdogs. We have disabilities we did not ask for. I did not ask to develop PTSD as a child, which is one of the worst kinds because it affects the brain as it's developing. I did not ask for these mobility issues that are undiagnosed. None of the doctors know what's wrong with me. People didn't ask to, have epilepsy or diabetes or be paralyzed and have to use a wheelchair. We didn't ask for this. And yes, we choose to have these service dogs, but we choose that because they make our lives so much easier. My husband and I feel so strongly that Amora, when he is not around me, Amora must be with me, just like she's with me when we're together. But if for some reason I'm going out without him, she has to be with me to keep me safe, to get help if I need it, to help with my balance and my PTSD. And, you know, these dogs help us with freedom and being able to be independent, but we shouldn't have to be up against fakes and pets in stores that just shouldn't. Just leave your dog at home. It's really that simple. If you can't leave your dog at home to go to the store, you shouldn't have a dog. It's just that simple. And it's just not. And it's places like Walmart and these fake sites, and Amazon sells it, that are promoting it and making the problem even worse. And it takes one time for a child to be bit or a handler to have a seizure and die, and Walmart's gonna have a big lawsuit on their hands, and they're not even thinking of it, which I don't know how or why. They think they can just make a quick buck off of those people that want to bring their pets to stores, but they don't understand not even the legal ramifications, but the medical and the life ramifications that these actions are going to cause. So that's my 20-minute ramble, and I'm sorry it's so long, but I just wanted to put my 2 cents in and bring some more awareness to this issue. I will, like I said, link her videos below, as well as the petition, and if you could sign it, it's free. Share it. I've shared it as well to kind of get some awareness brought to try and make this issue at least somewhat better. At least somewhat. Yeah, I may make more videos about this, I may not. You can comment, let me know what videos you guys want to see from me, and kind of, you know, hear your thoughts. If you have any incidences, I know I do. I have a couple posted on my channel. I think maybe just one of a fake post on my channel, but you know that I've had numerous experiences. There was one where I literally almost lost Amora because a fake service dog, Great Dane, 150-pound Great Dane, lunged at Amora, and I heard those teeth snap, and I had, like, as I was pulling Amora back by her scruff, because she's not leashed, she's trained to not be on leash to mitigate my disabilities properly, and put myself between her and that Great Dane, which is dangerous as well for me, not even, you know, and that dog would have killed Amora. Like, he wanted to kill her. Like, he was, I'm not even being exaggerative, like, he was. So, and it was at Walmart, of course. So yes, if you could do your part in signing, or at least sharing or just watch the video, just bring awareness. The more, you know, social awareness that happens and more publicity it gets, hopefully the quicker these changes will occur. So yeah, that's all I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.